Good evening, everyone. And I do apologize that the table is not round. Next time, we'll make sure we have a round table. But before we begin, I want to take a moment to thank my colleagues on the City Commission, Vice Mayor Joseph L. Kelly, Commissioner Natasha Irvin, Commissioner Dr. Shirlene Bass, and Commissioner Louis Santiago. Our City Manager, Ms. Shamika Lawson, our City Clerk, Ms. Joanna Flores, and our City Attorney, Ms. Bernadette Weeks. This is a powerful night in the city of Opa-locka. We are surrounded by true champions of public service, leaders who don't just talk about change, but they deliver it every single day through dedication, innovation, and most importantly, outstanding customer service. So tonight at Mayor Taylor's Roundtable, it is a celebration of leadership that listens, responds, and serves with excellence. It is my honor to welcome four remarkable individuals who embodies what it means to be public servants. First, we want to welcome a man whose life journey has always been guided by a deep commitment to people, and that is Mr. Thomas Regalado. He was elected to Miami City Commission and subsequently reelected in 1999, 2003, 2007, and in 2009, he became the 42nd mayor of the city of Miami, serving 2 consecutive terms with distinction. Today, as Miami-Dade's county property appraiser, he continues to bring integrity, accessibility, and fairness to one of the most vital offices in Miami-Dade County. So without further ado, we want to bring to your front Mr. Thomas Regalado, our Miami-Dade County property appraiser.
Thank you so much, Mayor, and good afternoon to all of you. It's an honor for me to be in this beautiful city, historic city, important city. I was telling one of my colleagues that when I got married to my wife of 37 years, in the 70s, my uh, my reception was here in Opa-locka, in my sister-in-law's house. And since then, I've been in contact as member of the League of Cities, as part of the group of people that are interested in the well-being of all the residents. In the city of Miami, we have gone to labor pains like any other city. We now are celebrating the 100 years of Hialeah, the 100th anniversary of Coral Gables. For Miami, it's the 128 years as founded as a city. And by the way, the only city founded by 2 women in the United States, Julia and Mary Brickell, Julia Tuttle and Mary Brickell. But now I was given the honor by you, the voters of Miami-Dade County, of being the new independent director property appraisal of Miami-Dade County. It used to be it used to be part of the county, and my predecessor, somebody who did an incredible job, Pedro Garcia, was able to navigate the county government. Since January, we are independent, and we now have the flexibility and the will and the possibilities of reaching out to everyone in every corner of Miami-Dade County. So we have begun an outreach. We just recently had a great visit with the mayor and the city manager, and we spoke about what we want to do, what we can do for you. Here in Opa-locka, according to our records, we have more than 3,000 residents. A lot of people have homestead exemption. A lot of people are worried about their homes because of the taxes and the values of their property. And this is why we're here to help. We know that we have a crisis in housing in Miami-Dade County. We know that our children will not be able to achieve the American dream and own their home, or that our children's children will have to move away if the prices of the rent keep rising. So we want to bring the information to the people of Opa-locka and any other municipality. We're doing that beginning today, that we have different services that can mean that you all may be able to keep your home. I was surprised when I took office in January and we started doing the outreach. I went to the south and Palmetto Bay and Pinecrest, and was surprised, as was just recently in North Miami, that there were some people that did not know that they can apply for homestead exemption. They just get letters on the mail, and by the way, I don't like it. They told me that we have to uh, do it by state law. The letter says this is not a bill, so people threw it away. But this is an advice of the taxes that you will have to pay eventually. So this is why we're doing the outreach. There are people that do not know that they can apply for widows exemption, veterans exemption, disability exemption, even long-term seniors exemption. And we have many, and we have many people whose income, it's only a social security check, and they're struggling to pay taxes and to pay what they can do to maintain their home. So I invite you to look for us. I invite you to go to our office. By the way, I'm sorry, parking is too high, too costly in downtown Miami. Uh, but but we'll talk to the mayor, the commissioners, the city manager, and we can arrange to bring our amazing professionals that will be able to answer all the questions about value. Why your home that has not been fixed for 20 years, it costs more than last year. Why your taxes went up? Why is it that you do not have an exemption for veterans if you are a veteran or if you are relative of a veteran? So all of these questions we will answer, but we have uh, a lot of reading material back there that you can take home and ask us questions. The fact of the matter is that we work for you. The fact of the matter is that when we do something, we're not doing you a favor. You have the right to petition the government. You have the right to request information. You have the right to demand service, and we will be here. What what we're doing as an independent uh, member of the county elected body is that we are committed to the residents. we don't have a boss. The mayor is not our boss. The governor is not our boss. The fact of the matter is that the only boss that we have is you, the voters of Miami-Dade County. So I'm here to answer question. Um, I know that I cannot tell you right away that I would reduce your taxes, but I'll try. But but the fact of the matter is that information is power. That information we have, and in the past, we, as a part of the county, we were not able to deliver that much information that we have, and we want to engage with each and every one of you. I campaigned during 9 months for the November election that was successful with great people. One of them is Juan Fernandez Barquin, a former state representative, now our clerk of the court, and he understands the danger that people of the third age are having, as we do, uh, with fraud in deeds, with fraud in mortgage, with people that have lost their homes because bad actors try to do something that is not prohibited. So he will tell you about, but what I can tell you, Mayor, that we're here to serve. I can tell you that we can bring our people, and if we can resolve the issue of one resident, we will be happy when we go home that night. So thank you so much, Mayor. Thank you so much. Thank you, members of this community, which is one community. And if you uh, want to ask any question in now or later, we're here to answer. Thank you so much.
So do we have anyone that has questions for our property appraiser? Okay.
Hi, I'm Sharon Peterson, 14250 Northwest 22nd Place, Opa-locka. Now, you said something that I didn't know, that if you were a family member of a veteran, that you could apply in behalf of that veteran. And what about that plus being a, a person, a person with a disability? That I already get a reward for being disabled. But I wanted to know, could I apply for both of them? That was something I wanted to say.
A mayor, she's used to be in front of the commission
Yeah.
because she says, name and address, please. We want to know if you are a resident. We want to know if you are a voter. And but yes, there are laws that many people don't know. We have a listing of homestead exemptions in throughout Miami-Dade County, and their exemption for disability, partial disability, total disability, veterans with disability, veterans with total disability. Now there is a law that is coming through committees in Tallahassee as we speak about the wives and husband of veterans and people with disability that can also apply and get benefit. The fact of the matter is that we have tools to using the law give you some relief because some people say, well, That's only $5,000 more for an exemption for a veterans with disability. It's only 100 and 200 or maybe $200 a year. Well, $200 a year is important for people who are living check by check and with a fixed income. So we are able to answer those questions, and we would love to talk to you. I will give you a card. You can pick some materials there, but you do have relief, and I can tell you that we are in the month of autism, and there are many people with disabilities, many children and young adults who are not able to have their own home. That's not right. And we should help that people to be able to have the American dream too.
Any other, okay, I see another question here, Mr. Regalado.
I gotta get up.
You don't have-
Oh, wait. Yes, I'm asking about that senior thing you said. A homestead exemption.
For
The
senior
seniors-
citizen.
For senior citizens. The other side of that. Okay?
That was it?
Yeah, no, you ain't gonna give me no help if I ain't got no light.
Well, there is an exemption for everyone. Then there is an exemption for senior, and then there's a second senior that is part of the law. The requirement of the federal government is that you have a yearly income of $37,000. And one of the things that I questioned when we visited the state legislature, and we have a former legislature here, is that it should not be counted for the whole homestead, for the whole family, because sometimes you have your sister or your son with disability that is getting a small check, and you go over the threshold of $37,000. So we're trying to work in Tallahassee that the person income is the one that counts. But yes, and I know for a fact, because listen, I campaign and govern in Miami for 20 years. Miami, being the oldest city, is the city with most senior citizens in different public buildings, public apartments, and affordable housing. We got more than 20,000 seniors that live on a fixed income. So I know the problem that you all face, and because they tell us every single day, and we can help by informing, but we can also need your input to present to the legislature ideas, because you guys think better than we, that we sit on the office, because you're on the street, you're paying your water bill down there, you have to do what you have to do to survive. So yes, there is that, and you should be thinking and doing number. Do I get less than $37,000? I I am a person that could apply for that.
Any other questions for Mr. Regalado? Yes.
Hello, how are you this evening? My name is Elvira Royal, and I had filled out papers for exemption. I'm a widow, and after I saw my name on the, how you say, the paper when it came to the house, it exempted me because the $35,000. And I'm a widow, so I'm trying to find out, do I, you know, get any exemption off? Because my husband passed over like almost 2.5 years now. And the paper came and it's like I can't get anything. I don't know from, you know.
I don't know who, why or who sent this paper. If we came from us, we will fix it. And that's not a promise. That's a reality. In fact, Lázaro here, who is the deputy property appraisal, who knows, maybe we can, or Pedro, we can take your name and because I've seen that happen. Persons whose husband or wife died 1 year or 2 years ago, lapses on the homestead exemption, and it takes a whole cycle of 1 year to be corrected in our record. But I'm telling you that we're pushing our employees hard because a year for the government is nothing, but a year for you is too big.
All right. Okay, and also we like Mr. Regalado said, he has his staff here as well as a table with full of information. So any other questions? If there is none for Mr. Regalado, we have his table and his staff in the back that you can, he has their cards, their information, and like he said, he promised that he'll get back with our residents. So next up, our next speaker is a good friend of mine. We consider him a family in Opa-locka, consider him a brother here in Opa-locka. And since he's taken office, he has been helping Opa-locka every step of the way. No call unanswered, no question unanswered. So we love our comptroller, our clerk of the court, Mr. Wambar King.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you. Always a pleasure. So, a couple of important things here I wanna inform you all on. Traffic tickets and parking tickets. I don't give them. Okay? That's not coming from my office. We just collect the money. All right. But one thing I want to explain to everybody, it's all the different functions that my office does. I wear two hats. I have two jobs. I'm clerk of the court and comptroller, right? There's a court side and there's a county side. On the court side, I collect money from traffic tickets, parking tickets. I'm the custodian of files of civil cases, of criminal cases, of probate cases, of family cases. I physically hold on to those files, and when the judge wants to see one, the judge has to come to me for us to show it to him, right? We're also in charge of jury duty. Okay. That is, yeah. Oh, don't give me that reaction. Please don't. No, it's a civic duty. It's really a civic duty. Please, please, please. Listen, we will reschedule with you. We will seriously reschedule with you. Okay. You could, and whenever someone calls me, I have family members that call me all the time. Even my wife tried to do this. That she tried to pull oh, but do I really have to go? It's like, yeah, you really do have to go. You know, just pick a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday in the next 6 months, and we'll reschedule you for that. You know, but we will work with you. It's incredibly easy to do it online. You could just register, and if you're over 70 years old, you can elect to be exempted permanently. Okay. But jury duty, very important. So please don't ignore it. Please don't put it in the trash. All right. So that's on the court side. On the county side, we issue marriage licenses. On the county side, we are in charge of the value adjustment board. So if you appeal your property taxes, we're just the secretary that organizes it, okay? We don't determine what the value of the property is. We just coordinate with the property appraiser's office. We coordinate with the homeowner. We coordinate with an attorney if they're involved, and we agree on a date, okay? I'm also the clerk of the Board of County Commissioners. So if you go to a county commission meeting, you will see representatives from my office taking minutes, much like the city clerk. Where's the city clerk? No, she was announced earlier. Okay. Must have stepped out. Okay. But much like a city clerk, taking minutes, we do the same thing in the county. All right. So we take minutes on who's speaking, what's the legislation, who's sponsoring the legislation, how the members of the commission voted. Okay. And then something else incredibly important, we're in charge of the official records of the county. That means any deeds, mortgages, judgments, anything like that get filed with my office. And that's incredibly important. The fantastic property appraiser, Tomás Regalado, a mentor of mine, was referring to the property fraud alert system that we have. This is totally free. All right. Incredibly easy for you to register with our office. And you can register on our website, miami-dade-clerk.gov, and go to the property fraud registration system. It's a slide. It's a fourth slide. I could show it to you. Or one of these days, Mayor, we can also do an event. Bring the mobile unit and we can sign up everybody. But it's incredibly easy to do it. It'll take less than 2 minutes. Okay. And if there's any change in the deed of the property that you register with us, we will notify you by email and also by text message. Okay. Totally free. We also give you a step-by-step of what to do if you are the victim of deed fraud. All right. We have a whole list of suggestions. We have templates on what kind of paperwork you should file. I mean, it's very, very self-explanatory, but we're also here to help. And then also part of that comptrolling job with January 7th, after January 7th, as a result of what's called Amendment 10, the finance department transferred over to my office for the county finance. So I'm the custodian of funds for the county. I'm the accountant for the Board of County Commissioners. I'm the chief investor for the county, and I'm also the chief auditor for the county. My team in total is about 1,100, and we have about 200 vacancies. So if anybody's interested in applying, by all means, and let your family members know too. No. I don't do zoning. No. County zoning, no. Or county building department, definitely not me. But some important important things that we started in the office. I just want everyone to know we have payment plans online for traffic tickets. Okay, it's we charge a processing fee of $25. That's in statute. Okay, but we've signed up over 25,000 individuals for these payment plans. And average payment a month is $25. And so we started doing that. We also have extended hours at 3 locations. We have at the North Dade Courthouse on 155th and Biscayne, at the Joseph Caleb Center, 5400 Northwest 22nd Avenue, and at the South Dade Government Center, 10710 Southwest 211th Street. We have extended hours on Thursdays from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturdays 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Okay, I recognize that it's incredibly difficult for many individuals to make it to our office during that 9 to 4 hour, right? 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. if they want to speak with a clerk. So we have the extended hours, and I can tell you a lot of people take advantage of it. A lot of people come in and they're on payment plans. They make their payment. If they have any questions, we're there to help. Yes, ma'am. Oh, no. It's 25 to just register, just a flat $25 fee to just register on the payment plan. Yeah. Mhm. Any other questions? I love how everybody, like, I talk about all my duties, but people just want to talk about traffic tickets. So the red light cameras, okay, so first with the red light cameras, this is very important. All right. I had to explain this to my wife because she got one in the city of Miami Gardens recently. So with a red light camera, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mayor, but the process is that you get the ticket, there's a magistrate from the municipality, you can challenge it in front of the magistrate. And then after that, if there's no action, then it turns into a uniform traffic citation, which goes into my universe. If you imagine a universe of traffic tickets, once it turns into a UTC, a uniform traffic citation, that's when it comes before us and we get involved. And for those of you who I'm sure you guys have seen this, a UTC number is that 7-digit alpha and numeric number. Okay, that's a UTC number. So any other questions? Yeah, if you lose in court, it's up to the judge. It's up to the judge if they want to give you the points or not the points. If you get 12 points within 12 months, your license gets suspended for 30 days. If it's 24 within 24, I think it's 3 months. And if it's 36 points within 36 months, I think could be a year. Yeah, so it's very important if you do go in front of a traffic magistrate judge to ask for no points. Okay. It's like, hey, listen, I'll pay it. Just please don't give me points. But that wasn't legal advice. All right. Oh, that's a good question. I looked that up. I want to say it's actually up to 7 years. Yeah. A lot of people don't know this actually, that if you have a ticket that's over 7 years old, it is not a basis for it to suspend the license. Okay, but the debt still exists. But the reality is that there's no way to collect it because it's past 7 years, past the statute of limitations. Again, not legal advice. So, yeah. Yes. Yes. Correct. Yes. Yes, you can sign up yourself, you can sign up for somebody else, you can get alerts for another person's property, because this is just simply notifying you if there's a change in the deed. That's all it does, right? Via text message or via email. So you could sign up whoever you want, or you can sign up to 25 properties up to your email address. Yeah. I thought realtors were going to abuse of it and like register like whole blocks, but it hasn't happened yet, but who knows? Mhm. Yeah. It's just a notification. It's just, hey, oh, and with a link, the email has a link to the document that we flagged. Yeah. So you can see if it is in fact, or if maybe it was an error, or, you know, it's just to verify it.
Have you guys ever considered like teaming up with like Dade County Public Schools? Like, what's the qualifications for these?
I'm working on that with Dr. Dotres. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I'm on the same page with you. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, that what was active? Oh, the cameras. I I'm honestly not sure. Mr. Mayor.
Red light cameras are active, however, the ones in the school zone are not yet active. But as promised, we will let you all know where they are. But the ones in the school zones are not yet active, but the red light around.
Mr. Mayor, those school zone ones need bright lights, just
Yeah.
blinking. Yes, sir. Mhm. Yes.
there like any programs available
That would be an appropriate question for the tax collector. Because I believe that there is. I believe you can do payment plans, I think. There is payment plans. Yeah. Yeah. But he'll be here shortly. Dario Fernandez. Yeah. Yeah. He's almost here. He's always almost here. Yeah. All I ask is that you applaud him when he comes in. All right. Any other questions? No? Excellent. Oh, big announcement, Operation Greenlight. We have Operation Greenlight from April 21 to May 4th. Okay. During this time, we waive the collection fees on any old traffic tickets, parking tickets, or court costs. If you know anyone who has a suspended driver's license, it is very likely that that ticket that's causing the suspension is in collections. Okay, so during this time, we will be waiving the collection fees. That's a savings of 30%. Okay. And you can either go in person or online starting April 21 until May 4th. And we have some flyers back here with the specific phone number, all the locations, and again, during the extended hours. All right. So if you know someone, all right, who's in that predicament, who has an issue with their driver's license, wants to try and figure it out, I mean, by all means, we're here to help. It's something that I'm incredibly passionate about the suspended driver's licenses, because that's something that I know it's limiting a lot of people that could be driving to work, that could be driving to pick up their children, who could be much more active. Yes, ma'am. Jury duty, yeah. Online, when they get the jury notification, they log in online and they can opt in for it. Yeah. Yeah.
You are not 70 years old. So you
Yeah, yeah, there you go. It's random. It's random and it's based on driver's licenses. Okay. So if anybody here hasn't registered to vote because they don't want to be picked for a jury, I've heard that happen. Okay. That's not true. It's driver's licenses. Okay. We get a roll from the DMV. And then from there, that's where we determine who's for jury. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Anything else? No? Awesome. Well, I'll be around. So thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Always a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barkin. And you left your phone. And our next speaker is Miss Elena Garcia. She made history as Miami-Dade County's first elected supervisor of elections. She was a former state representative for District 115 and has 30 years of public service, over 30 years of public service, and she's always served with transparency. And one good thing I can say about her, and this is on a personal note, we were at an event, and I don't even think she recognized this, and they overlooked Opa-locka. And she made sure that Opa-locka was seen that night. She brought us on stage. You stand right here in this picture. They will know that Opa-locka is here today. I have never forgot that. And for that, I want to tell you thank you for always making sure that Opa-locka was seen. Always making sure that Opa-locka was seen. So our supervisor of election, put your hands together for Ms. Elena Garcia.
Thank you. Good afternoon or good evening. So my name is Helena Garcia, and I am your first ever elected supervisor of elections for Miami-Dade County. The rest of the state had elected supervisors, but we didn't have an elected supervisor in Miami-Dade County. And I was fortunate enough to get elected with all of these wonderful constitutional officers. Tomás Regalado with a property appraiser's office. Fernandez Joaquin with the clerk's office, the new sheriff, Rosie Cordero Stutz, and Dariel Fernandez, who's always running late, and he always tells us, I'll be there in 5 minutes. So he will be walking in any minute now. So it's a great privilege and it's a great honor and something that I don't take lightly, because I was born in Cuba, and at the age of 2, my parents brought me to the United States seeking freedom, because in Cuba, back in the day, the peso was worth the same thing as the dollar, and we had TV when the United States had TV. So Cuba was like a little paradise, except the communists came, they took over, and they destroyed it. So I'm very blessed to have been raised in this great country, the United States of America, which is now my country, which I love with all my heart. I'm also, I also love Cuba with all my heart, but this is my country. I was raised here, and I have 3 wonderful kids and 11 grandchildren. I know that I look very young, but I do have 11 grandchildren. Yes. Yes, it's a lot of fun, really. It's great because you sugar them up and then you send them home with their parents. Yes. Yes. So I'm also very blessed that I walked into the best department, which is now the Office of the Supervisor of Elections, which is very well run, because Christina White did a great job in having accurate, safe elections. And we're just continuing with that and building upon that. My thing is that I want to have more outreach, more communication, do more events like these, so that everyone gets registered, everybody that is eligible gets registered to vote. So today we brought voter registrations. They're going to be behind there in the table. These are the voter registrations. If you know anybody, if you have a mom, a sister, a child that hasn't gotten registered, please take one home and register them. And I also brought the vote by mail application. If the law changed, and if you vote by mail after every general election, you need to re-register. So I brought the applications in case, I know that you're not having elections, municipal elections for a while now. But even if it's going to be a while before your next election, it's better to be ready than at the last minute have to be scrambling. So if you want to take, and then we've also brought these little pamphlets that have all the information. In the state of Florida, we had a big, horrible thing, which were the hanging chants, and during the Bush-Gore elections. And from that moment on, the legislature and the governor, they have been doing, passing legislation to ensure that we have accurate elections and safe elections, that everybody gets the opportunity to vote if you are eligible to vote. And if you're not, then you can't vote. And they've been passing laws to ensure that the people that can vote, vote. And so we vote by paper. We vote by paper. They get counted through machines. And then we have 2 sets of machines that, when you vote, there's one set of machines that counts the vote. And then there's another set that's a different system altogether that counts it in order to have, to make sure that the count was correct. So there he is. There's Dario Fernandez, the 5-minute guy. Our tax collector. He's not collecting any taxes today, though. So anywho, so we vote on paper, which is very good because we can always go back and check. If you have an election that is close, you can always go back and check. And that's very important. So we vote in 3 ways. We vote by mail, we have early voting, and we vote on election day. And I encourage all of you to please, when you have elections, go out and vote. Municipal elections are so important. They're the ones that change your life. They're the people that are telling you when your garbage is going to get picked up, what color you have to paint your house. So, please make sure that you vote and that your voice is heard. So I thank you very much. If there are any questions, I'm happy to answer them. And thank you, Mayor, for doing this today, because it's very important that we come out and we get to know our community every day. And I want to give a big shout out to Willis Howard, who's a dear friend and that I love very much. Thank you, Willis, for all you do on behalf of our community. Any questions? Well, thank you very much, and God bless you.
Do we have any questions for our supervisor of elections? All right. I'm sure we'll have some questions next year, though. When it's time. And last but not least, this guy, we love him in the city of Opa-locka. He is Mr. Daryl Fernandez. And I just want to let you all know that he's actually a native of the city of Opa-locka, born and raised in the city of Opa-locka, and still have family in the city of Opa-locka. So he's here all the time. And we harass him all the time since he's always here. But we love Mr. Daryl Fernandez.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, all of you, for being here. I think we need first say thank you, God, for living in the best country in the world. Yes or no? Okay, I wanted to say thank you to all of you because 24 years ago, maybe some of your family opened the door to me. When I came from Cuba, I buy my first house here in the city of Opa-locka. My mother lived here in my first house here on Opa-locka, I think in Curtis Drive. You know, yes, you got it. Beautiful, beautiful street. It was here in the city of Opa-locka where I served for the first time in a board, sonification board in the city. I remember in the old building, we met over there. So thank you. Thank you to all of you that born in this beautiful city that opened one day the door to me, I came from Cuba 24 years ago to try to find the true American dream. And the true American dream is the freedom that we have in this country. The people like me, like an immigrant from Cuba, I can create my own business, my beautiful family, and today serve you. Because I always say this role that I have is about to serve to the community. So that is why I'm here today. So I'm the tax collector of Miami-Dade County. Don't be afraid. I'm not going to collect any taxes in the next 10 minutes, okay? So if you have any issue with your property taxes, that we can help you with the help of the property appraiser, Tomás Regalado. I know I am the one that collects the money, but sometimes, because we work together, we can find the best way to serve our community. Now, if you need to have your new ID or your new driver license, we are the one that fixing the mess that we have here in Miami-Dade County with the issue with your driver license, with the issue with your ID. It's insane that we live in the United States of America and some people need to sleep on the floor waiting to have a simple ID, waiting to have a simple driver license. For me, that is insane. That is the things that we are fixing now. But we wanted to bring a lot of service to our community, like a golden pass for the early community. That if you need to have your local business tax, now you can do that with us. If you need to have your license to fishing or hunting, you're going to do that with us. The first time when I met the mayor, I say, Mayor, I wanted to bring a lot of service to your community because I think for a long time the people need to come to our office. Now it's time that our office come to you, to the people. And that is why I'm here today. Don't look at me as a strange. I'm part of your community because this one, Opa-locka, was my first town. And I'm happy to say that every day, because I feel that I am part of this community because it's here where the first time I bought my first home, and it's the home where lived my mother. So we just wanted to provide different service. If you're going to open a new business, you know that you need like local business tax from your city, but also you need a local business tax for your county. So we're going to help you with that. To all the process. If you have any question, I'm here to answer that question. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Do you have any question? Any question? Not have any question? Oh my God. Tell me, what is your question? What's your name? All right, let's go.
I was told to ask you this question. For individuals who fall behind on their property taxes, like sometimes their properties get put up for auction, right? How do we kind of like circumvent that or help those people out? Do you have any programs in place for them?
We are working too closer with Tomás Regalado to try to find out the way to help these people. By law, after you are behind of your payments, we cannot make any payment arrangement now. Is that right, no? So we are in discuss because this is something with Tallahassee. Remember, we are locally here, so but we follow the law. So we need to find out the way to find out if we can do that after you are behind on your payment. Because remember, when people are behind of your payment on your property taxes, we need to find out somebody that paid that money, you know, to give that money to the city, to the mayor, to continue to serve the community. So we need to find out the way to try to help specifically that part of the community. Yes, we are working on that. That is, I know. Of course, yes. Now, his question was how we can, if we are already thinking about how we can help people that need, behind of the property taxes payments. So we are, we are trying to looking into to find out the best way to help, of course. Another question. Okay. Okay, for security reason. What is the reason the state is required now when you renew your driver license or your ID to have a new number? Is for security reason. For a long time, the people, do you know that when you renew your tag in your vehicle, you have a new number? It's the same reason. Because after 10 years, when you need to renew your registration, they send you a new plate to you, a new number. So after 10 years, when you need to go to renew your driver license or UID, you're going to receive a new number. That is, it's for security reason. Because maybe somebody have your information and apply for different things. That way, they cannot have that in the database. Another question. I love questions.
Do the payment plan and then put the property tax on a payment plan? The people that $25 to initiate the registration, so that like mirrored for property tax, because people are getting.
No, we don't have that. Maybe something that we can create. Yes, we are looking to do that. And I think you can elevate that concern to your elected official from Tallahassee, your state rep, your state senator, because that is something that need to come from Tallahassee. We cannot do that here by ourselves. Yes, sir.
Why don't you explain your quarterly payments? Some questions regarding payments instead of paying it all in one lump sum. I believe the collector has a payment.
Yeah, but you need to do that before. Exactly. You need to apply now for next year. Yes. We are looking into that to give that opportunity to you, to the resident to do that. I understand that. You're talking about the same thing that do the bank. The bank, when you are financing your house, they pay you every, I know. We are working on that. Remember, tomorrow will be my 100th day in the office. So I start learning a lot about this. I don't be afraid. I'm afraid to say I'm learning every day. And sometime on your question, give me some information so I can start to understand more about the system. Hello? What? No? No, I want your question now. I want your question. What was your question? Tell me.
No, I heard on with the star on the news.
Oh my gosh. The news. I love it. The news. She talking about the real ID issue in your driver license. Hey, folks, don't be afraid. If you don't going to travel in the United States to take a plane, you don't need it that. Okay? She talking about the little star, the real ID. This is just for people that wanted to travel. It's another layer that the federal government require now to your ID, to every single ID. Remember that we are a state of Florida. So you have an ID from a state of Florida that present when you're going to fly into the United States. So if you're going to fly, you just show your passport or your passport card, and that's it. But if you wanted to be in compliance, your ID, you just need to do the process. And if you wanted to do that, we can help you today. We can take your name, your number, and we can book some of the appointment by tomorrow for as long as you. Okay? You wanted to do that? Yeah, okay. So thank you so much. Another question. Last question. Last call. No? Okay. Let's go. Uh-oh.
You don't remember me. I'm Curtis Rice since 1976, before you were born.
Oh my, you live near to where?
Right.
Oh my gosh, she was my neighbor. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that. Oh my God, yes.
It's the police. Remember when I was?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I kiss you? Oh my God. Oh my. Thank you for your service. Oh my God, thank you for your. I remember now. Oh my.
Thank you. And I just wanted to expound on the young man, the gentleman with the first quarterly payment. And I don't work for them. You see that, right? But I would like to. Don't worry, they won't let me. Opa-locka won't let me. Trust me. They won't let me. The mayor won't let me. They won't let me. But the first payment for the quarterly payment starts June. So you really need to get on that right away if you're going to do the quarterly payments, and those do work. And I wanted to touch bases on something Mayor Regalado said. You said something about long-standing seniors. There's a tax break. And so nobody asked about it, and I know about it, and I just wanted you to expound, because it does put a couple of dollars in your pocket every year. I don't know if you all are getting it. For a long time, it was $100, and 23, it was what, $600 or $700, and this year it was $200. But anyway, I'll let him explain it, because I work for Opa-locka.
Oh my God. So, oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, I remember you now. Dressed as the police, oh my God. You bring me back 20 years. God bless you. Oh my God, my mom, everything. Oh my God, really. Oh God, God is good. I thank you, God, for, oh my God. So you wanted to explain that?
Yeah, that's a county commission decision that every single year they will send you because of your age and income. It started about 5 or 6 years ago with $100. It was raised even to 700, and now you have to be very alert and active, because the county commission have their budget hearings on September. They has, as you know, two hearings, the first and the second, and they decide the amount of tax that you all pay by doing the millage. We gave them the values, and they decide then the tax that we pay, that we all pay. But they will decide how much money is in the pot to give to the seniors on these coming years. And like I said before, and I know that for a fact, coming from a city that it could be called glamorous, but it's a very poor city, which is the city of Miami. In Miami, we have two cities: the city that you see on TV, and the city that there's real. And so, guys, go 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 to the budget hearing. Sorry, Mayor, don't hear this. And said, don't raise taxes. That's what we need to do on this fall in September. But yes, be alert because we have to petition the commissioners to send you that check.
So thank you so much for thank you all of you for giving me the opportunity to talk to you. One last things. Pray for me. Pray for my family. Pray for this beautiful county. Pray for your city and pray for the United States of America. God bless you all. Okay. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you all. So one thing he didn't say that I thought Mr. Fernandez was gonna say that he's making getting registration easier. So they launched a program in the county where they're putting kiosk machines in Publix. In Publix is so that you can print your renew your registration and print your registration right there on the spot in Publix. However, I thought he was gonna put one in Opa-locka City Hall, but we'll talk about that later. So that our residents are able, y'all heard that, right? So that our residents are able to print their registration and renew their tags. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Don't vote because they don't understand the voting process and what it means to vote. So is there like, I don't want to use the word like can't read, lack of literacy, like lack of understanding.
Education.
Yeah, education, like the volume of material. Like when I go to vote, I'm reading it like, you know, like what if I didn't know how to read this well? It's like, how do you know who to circle? Like people don't understand what a Democrat is and all these different parties. So is there like a way where they can give more literature? Like, I don't know if this can go up to Tallahassee, like maybe break down the material because people don't understand how to vote. People don't understand how to attend a budget meeting and things of that nature. So it's like, how can the information be simplified so people can understand the importance of vote? Like people that I know, like in the foster care community, they like, their vote doesn't count, so they don't go vote. They don't understand what it is to vote, what it means, like the different municipals. They don't even know where they live. Like they don't know that there's a difference between Opa-locka and Miami Gardens, and you can vote for people like Mayor Taylor. So I wonder if there's a way to simplify the information, maybe in schools, like is there some way to campaign it and bring it into Dade County Public Schools so the children understand what it is, especially like by senior year? Like, do they even know? They don't want to register to vote because they don't understand what it is or how to do it.
Thank you so much for that question. We actually just finished a campaign with Miami-Dade Public Schools with the social studies teachers, and we registered the 16. You can register to when you're 16. You can't vote until you're 18, but you can register when you're 16 years of age. So we did a campaign throughout Miami-Dade County schools with the social studies teachers doing that. But if you, my information is back there on the table. If you have any organization that you think that we need to go to and reach out, we're doing a lot of that during my administration. We're trying to go especially to the senior buildings and explain to them, you know, that the students and the elderly are the ones that have the most issues, especially we have a lot of immigration in Miami-Dade County, a lot of people that become U.S. citizens and in their countries, they never voted. So education is very important. We're doing our best to do it, but if you know, if you know of any organization where we can come and explain to them and talk to them, we're happy to do it. We're happy to, that's what we want to do with this administration is have more education and explain to people so that we have more people voting. It's sometimes, you know, especially in municipal elections and runoffs, very few people go out to vote. And voting is so important. It's our voice. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. We'll be happy to come out. Thank you.
Thank you. And to echo that, I saw our city clerk, she's our local supervisor of the election. So she's also doing outreach during that time to make sure that our residents, we're trying to push our residents to bring those numbers up in the city of Opa-locka. Well, she's there. So she has put a lot of money aside in her budget to actually educate as well, Rep. So we're doing that on the local level. So we're about to close it out. If we don't have any other questions, I want to acknowledge Miss Melanie Burke from our mayor's office, Mayor Kava's office.
Hi, everybody. Just wanted to share some information. I heard you all talking about education for voting. And so Mayor Carver started the Civics Academy. Anybody went yet? You're going next week? Okay. Yes, please sign up. The next one will be April 22nd at North Dade Regional Library from 6 to 8. I attended the one there, I believe it was last week. It is very educational, where you learn about your local government, your state, and your federal government. And the young lady's right. There are a lot of kids. I go and talk to kids all the time at schools, and they have no clue who their commissioners are, who their local mayors are. And so we're trying to make sure that the community gets this information so that when you do go to vote, you know exactly, who to vote for. So please, if you can do attend, I'll send the flyer to you, Joanna, so because there's plenty other dates here that, you should all try to attend. And so thank you so much. I was not going to speak, but from the first one, Mayor of Miami-Dade County, who is doing a fabulous job. Thank you all for voting for her, and keep her in your prayers. And thank you so much.
Okay, before we close, I just want to acknowledge Dr. Shirlene Bass, who is here, Commissioner Shirlene Bass. We have our former Vice Mayor, Rose Titus is here. Commissioner Audrey Dominguez, we have her here. And our CRA Chair, Ms. Janie Russell, is also here. And the reason why I said, I'm gonna come back to Ms. Russell. Our city manager, she's here in the back. And we also have our city clerk, Ms. Joanna, here in the back. So residents of Opa-locka, we need your help in the city of Opa-locka, and I'm gonna tell you why, and we also need your help as well. As you all know, they're trying to do away with CRAs in the state of Florida. So we are asking that, and we will give you their numbers, flood your state representatives, our state representatives, with calls, letters, text messages, letting them know that Opa-locka and the state of Florida needs our CRA. It is crucial, it has been beneficial, and they are needed in our community. And Opa-locka, our CRA has been dormant for many, many, many years, and we are finally doing work in Opa-locka, attacking our blighted communities, addressing blighted homes, addressing blighted properties, and we need our CRA. The zone people. What's the zone? So we do have, but that's not why I said that, but we do have help in the CRA. And what we will do, I'll make sure that that information is given to Miss Didi so that she can, I will make sure you get it. So with that being said, ma'am. You ain't get off that easy. Okay, so our CRA is our Community Redevelopment Agency. It is a department within the city of Opa-locka that addresses blighted areas within the municipality that has CRAs. That's the purpose of the CRA. And the entire city commission sits in the CRA, as well as 2 additional residents. Ms. Russell is the chair, and we have another resident, Ms. Nikisha Williams, as our vice chair. So you can see any member of the commission, as well as those 2 residents, for information on the CRA. And so I just wanted to end with that. Yeah. So we'll make sure that Ms. Didi gets that information so that we can disseminate it to the seniors of the move. If I said seniors on the move. Seniors on the move. As you can see, we love them. They keep us in check. They check us all the time. So we want to thank our panel for this afternoon. Mr. Mayor Thomas Regalado, Representative Elena Garcia, Representative Juan Bart King, and Mr. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry, Dario Fernandez, everybody's neighbor. So thank you all for coming out to the Mayor's Roundtable. We'll be doing this again in the future and bringing resources to our community so that you know what's going on. In the back, they have their tables and their staff here to answer any other questions that you want answered. And we're asking that you go ahead and they will do it for you. Thank you all.